Okay, so I'm going to show you how to build a Canon review game in PowerPoint. So first, open up PowerPoint. And just a blank presentation works. Okay, first we're going to add a couple of slides. These slides will be what your review material will be on. So let's say something about chemistry. And we'll do this one, something about physics. Okay, then go back to your first slide. Let's go ahead and add a title. Let's call it the Canon review game. And we'll give it a more interesting font. Make it smaller. And move it up out of the way. You don't need this bottom one, so you can just delete it. Okay, so now you want to go to Insert and Clip Art. And you want to search for buildings. Okay, and so we're going to use this one as our background. Just stretch it out. Okay, and what we want to do is we want to send this to the back. That way it's your background. Now there's two different ways you can build a building. You can either use this firewall that was in your buildings, or you can insert a 3D shape, 3D cube. I'm going to go ahead and use the firewall. And just try and cover up this building behind it. Okay, and then you just want to copy and paste. You can just use Control C and Control V. We'll give you that. Okay. Now I'm going to shift click both of them so that they're both highlighted, and then group them together. If you right click, and you can group them. Now they're one object. If you don't like the color of it, you can change it. Just go to Format Shape. Let's do texture. Give it a sandstone look. Okay. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to draw some windows. Now, the amount of windows that you want depends on how many review slides you want. So, for this demonstration, I'm just going to show you 2, so you can kind of get an idea. So first, I'd like to draw a bevel. Kind of gives like a depth, like a window. And I'll rotate it upside down. So you can do it however you want. I just like the shading this way. And let's edit this. Give it a darker color. Okay, that looks good. Change the line color. Okay, that should work just fine. Okay, now we're gonna copy and paste this one as well. So Control C, Control V. Okay, now we want to insert word art. You could probably use text if you wanted. This just looks cooler. And we'll just give it a number. You could use numbers or letters, it's up to you. And I'm just going to copy and paste it. If you look, there's guidelines that show you so that you can get everything lined up so that it looks good. Change some of the 2. Okay, now if you want to shift click on those 2 and we'll group them together. So that's one piece. And then go to Insert. Okay, and so let's group these ones together too. Now you want to click it so that you have an action up here is highlighted. I'm going to click this, and we're going to hyperlink this to one of the other slides. So this one we're just going to link it to something about chemistry. Okay. And do the same with this one. Insert action, slide, and do the other slide. You can do them in any order you want. When you click it in your presentation, it'll just jump right to it. Okay, now we want to insert some squares. These will be the windows. So let's format it. We'll just go with something like that. Looks good. Change the line color if you want. Okay, and we're going to copy and paste and place it over the top of the other one. Okay. Now that we've got that done, we're going to build the cannon next. So go to Insert, Shapes, Can, and you can kind of draw it however you would like. We'll go with something like this. And we'll go ahead and format this one. So it looks like a tube. Change the line color. That looks good. Okay, now we want to draw some wheels on it. So go back to Shapes, go to Donut, and if you hold Shift while you draw this one, it'll keep it a circle. If you move the little yellow diamond, it'll narrow the width. Okay, so now since this one is in front of it, the cannon, we want to send it backward so that it's behind it. And we'll go ahead and format it now. Just give it some color. Okay, now we'll copy and paste it for the other side, like so. Okay, now we want to draw a fuse for the cannon. So you can either use an arc or a scribble. We'll just use a scribble. we'll format it. Oh. Gotta make sure it's selected. Okay. So, we don't want it quite so thick. And we'll do it. That's a little darker, so you can see it. Okay, now we're going to shift click on each part of the cannon, and we're going to group them together. Okay. So now we need to draw a few more things, and then we'll move on to animation. So the first thing we want to draw is an explosion, and this will be your lit fuse. Format it. And make sure the line is thinner. Okay. Now we want to move it so that it's right at the end of the fuse. Okay, now we want to draw a cloud, and this will be your smoke from the explosion. And we'll format this one so that it's not a weird blue cloud. Okay. Good. Now, we want to draw a circle for our cannonball. So again, if you hold shift when you draw it, it'll be more of a circle than an oval. And just kind of approximate the same diameter as the cannon. So then let's format this shape. We'll give it a black color. We won't do a line. And we're going to go ahead and give this some 3D look to it. So we'll give it a rounded bevel. And we'll do this metal material. And we'll do harsh lighting. You can pick however you want it to look. Okay, last shape to insert. This one is a callout. And just put it off here to the side. And you can type right into it. We're going to yell fire. To make it a little easier to see, we'll format it. Okay. Now we're about ready to move on to animations.